Rasheeda had always been a woman of strength, grace, and resilience, but even the strongest hearts have limits. After years of ups and downs with her husband, Kirk Frost, the moment she had been dreading finally came. The endless cycle of betrayal, heartbreak, and lies had taken its toll. This time, there would be no turning back. She was done. Kirk Frost once, the man she thought she could trust with her whole heart, had crossed a line that even her love could no longer heal. This wasn't the first time. The whispers had turned into something real over the past few years. Rasheeda had caught wind of Kirk's infidelity, especially his secretive dealings with Jasmine Washington, the woman who had been the catalyst for their most recent troubles. Despite all the promises and attempts at reconciliation, Kirk's actions spoke louder than his words. It all came to a head one fateful night when Rasheeda found herself alone in their home, rolling through her phone. The text messages that had been sent between Kirk and Jasmine were laid bare before her eyes. They weren't just flirtations. They were intimate, real, and gut-wrenching reminders of how little respect Kirk had for her. Worse, it became clear that the affair wasn't just a fleeting mistake. He had spent the night with Jasmine again, a fact Rasheeda had known, but now it felt like a cruel confirmation of everything she had feared. The pain was overwhelming, yet Rasheeda found a quiet clarity in that moment. She had been through the highs and lows of their relationship, their business ventures, their children, the good times and the bad, but the constant cycle of betrayal had chipped away at the woman she once was. No more would she allow herself to be the last one to know. No more would she allow him to break her spirit, only to beg for forgiveness after every mistake. Rasheeda stood in front of the mirror looking at her reflection. There was a time when she couldn't imagine life without Kirk. But now, the weight of his lies was too much to carry. Her love for him had not vanished overnight, but the respect she once had for their marriage had. And respect was the foundation of any relationship that stood the test of time. The next morning, Rasheeda made her decision. She wasn't going to fight for something that Kirk wasn't willing to fight for himself. With a heavy heart but a sense of resolve, she packed her things, knowing that this was the first step toward reclaiming her own peace and happiness. The life she had worked so hard to build with Kirk was now a chapter she had to close. When Kirk finally returned home and saw the empty space where Rasheeda's things had once been, the weight of his choices came crashing down, but it was too late. Rasheeda had given him more chances than she should have, hoping he would change, hoping he would choose her over his selfish desires. But now she was choosing herself. As Rasheeda left the life she had built with Kirk behind, she felt a sense of freedom she hadn't known in years. She wasn't just leaving a man. She was reclaiming her life, her dignity, and her future. The road ahead was uncertain, but one thing was clear. She was no longer afraid to walk it alone in the end. Rasheeda's journey was not just about leaving Kirk, but about rediscovering who she was beyond the woman behind the man. And in that newfound independence, she would find a strength far greater than the pain that had once defined her.
Like, he wanted to try to paint me out to be this crazy person that I'm not. But it's not the first time, and hopefully it'll be the last.
Yeah, so basically just trying to, number one, stop wasting my money on lawyers. So the amount of money that I sent you, that's the number you cool with, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna put an agreement together and we'll agree on that and we can end this lawyer.
Period.
Okay,
I'm
so
with
that's
that.
where I'm at.
All right. Well, there we have it.
But you haven't signed anything and he hasn't signed anything yet.
No.
Is that because are you guys still trying to work it out, or does it just make more sense for you guys to just be separated right now?
Well, the thing is, we've sat and had a conversation about trying to maybe not do it through attorneys and see if we can come to some type of agreement, that way. And at the same time, I also feel like, and it's not even the point of just trying to work it out, but I'm also like, I'm at a place where I'm like, okay, I pretty much kind of got the information, and am I ready to serve him with these papers? you know, this is the first time something like this has happened in our marriage. And I'm feeling like, okay, you know, is the answer immediately, although it's all this crazy stuff that's happened, is the answer immediately divorce, you know, step into this place? Or is it, let's try to figure out if we're gonna just separate and try to work out percentages, things like to that nature. So that's kind of where it is right now. Just maybe considering not having to do an actual divorce, but just at this moment, but just figuring out what we want to do and see if we want to go ahead and take it to the divorce line later. Or, you know, that may not be the case. As of right now, who's to say? My main concern ain't even just the fact of filing the divorce. It's just about trying to, you know, stay focused, not overstress myself, and get ready for this baby, whether he's a part of the situation or not.
We need to have a candid conversation.
Okay. Here we go. Rasheeda walked away the moment she saw me with her head down. Let's be honest, she can't even face me. But I'm not surprised to see that Kirk and Rasheeda made up. That woman will jump in the casket with him.
You don't know because you don't.
I do know, I'm not.
So the agreement was that you get canon the third weekend of every month. Do you do that?
No, we didn't really agree to that because the last...
It's signed on paper.
This is what I just want to say. It's not gonna ever be exactly what you want it to be. But
I
one
get
thing
that
you
now.
ain't gonna never, ever have to question or worry about is that boy getting the love and the same treatment as all the other kids when he's around.
Kirk ended up saying something flirty after Rasheeda stood up. It seemed like he was still messing with Jasmine behind the scenes.
I've always